What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is Fan Friday, and the winner for Fan Friday was actually Cradily. The person who led it said just Cradily, just by itself, and nothing else. So today we're going to play Cradily and use this Lifesplosion attack. Yeah, not too excited about this. I think it's a very complicated deck. I mean, it's not really complicated, but it's very hard to pull off. Lifesplosion for each energy attached to this Pokemon. Search your deck for a Stage 2 Pokemon and put it onto your bench. Shuffle your deck afterwards. So, if you have 3 energies attached for Cradily, you can search out 3 Stage 2 Pokemon. If you have 5 energies attached to Cradily, you can get out 5, obviously, Stage 2 Pokemon, which is weird. Now the weird thing about this is Cradily evolves from Lileep, and Lileep is from a restored fossil, which is the root fossil Lileep. I guess root fossil must be Lileep's fossil, I guess. But this one says, look at the bottom 7 cards of your deck, reveal a Lileep you find there, and put it onto your bench. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. Now, the good thing about root fossil and Lileep is Lileep can actually use pre-extort call once during your turn before you attack. If this Pokemon is in your discard pile, you may put it on the bottom of your deck. So if you have Lileep in your discard pile, and you get out the root fossil, you can automatically get a leap on the field turn 1, which is fantastic. So it's not too hard to pull off. It does have that really cool combo, putting on the bottom of the deck, then use the root fossil. I'm going to forget what this fossil is called so many times. I'm used to just Dome and Helix, not the 10 billion other fossils there are now, or Amber. I remember those 3, but these other ones I do not remember. But at least root fossil goes well with the Lileep. And so when we're going to use Cradily, we're going to Lifesplosion to get out the Seismitoad and Exploud. Now Seismitoad has this round attack, and so does Exploud, but Seismitoad does 30 damage times the number of Pokemon that you have the round attack. So if you get out 5 Pokemon with round, you can do 150 damage, which is great. If you get out 4, like 3, so the plan is you're gonna attach a grass, then a DC, and then use pre-extort call to get out 3 Pokemon, right? So 3, 6, 9, with a Silver Bangle 120, with a Virbank Laser, you do 150 damage, and if you get 4 out, then it does 180 per turn, which is fantastic. So we're gonna have these weird 30 multiplication numbers, which might do us well, but Exploud, this is where it shines. Now the thing about Seismitoad, he only needs a DC, but Exploud's round does 50 times the number of your Pokemon that have the round attack. So if you get out 3 Explouds or 3 round Pokemon, you can do 150 damage. And with the Virbank Laser, you can take a knockout automatically. With the Silver Bangle, you can take a knockout automatically. If you get down 5 Pokemon, you get 250. It's really amazing. And it does have the destructive sound. Your opponent reveals his or her hand and discards all item cards you find there, which could put your opponent in a bad position if you discard like all their VS Seekers. They can't play this Porter card next turn or something like that. It'd be fantastic. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to use the Lifesplosion from the Cradily to get out the Seismitoad and the Exploud. Now, with these cards, you have to at least have some type of basic Pokemon. So I went through all the basic Pokemon and looked for one that had free retreat and a somewhat decent attack, and I came up with Dunsparce. Dunsparce has double draw 2 cards, and dig, flip a coin of heads, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to his Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. Now, I was thinking about Jolteon X as well. It has more HP and could tank a little bit, but we are never going to attack with Jolteon. So maybe dig, if you flip a coin of heads, you can make it where they can't hurt you the following turn, which is fantastic. But hopefully what we can do turn 1 is get that Lileep out, attach an energy, next turn attach a DC, use the Cradily, and get that Lifesplosion out turn 2. That's the plan. We don't even attack with anybody. Like I said, you could play 3 Jolteon instead. Heck, you can probably play 1 Jolteon or 1 Dunsparce, but you don't want to look at too many cards. But if you need more space, you can just play 1 basic Pokemon, which is not bad either, and then place other cards back in your deck. Alright, so that's all we're going to play. No Shaman, because we don't want to start Shaman. That'd be horrible to start. We don't want to play Remoraid Auxiliaries, and there's no switching cards, which is still fine. Cradily only has a 2 retreat cost, so you can discard the DC. That's already going to be on it. If they license up an Exploud or a Seismitoad, so be it. You're going to cry. I guess you could play 1 AZ or 1 Olympia to get around that, but I think you're still fine without Switch, because if they're licensing somebody up, they're definitely taking a knockout, or you're just going to attach a DC and just next turn take another DC and take a knockout. That's the plan. Alright, so that's all the Pokemon in the deck. Now we do play 2 Battle Compressor search deck for 3 cards and discard them. And this way we can discard our Lileep and get that pre-extra call ASAP to use that Root Fossil for Hypnotoxic Laser to go with that Virbank City Gym. Flip a coin of heads, your opponent's active Pokemon's asleep, and they're automatically poisoned. We know what the Root Fossil does, and we're actually playing a Scramble Switch in our deck as our ace spec. Scramble Switch says switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon to move as many energy cards attached to the old Pokemon to the new active Pokemon as you like. So what you can do is you can Scramble Switch the energies from Cradily to an Exploud and get that attack off almost ASAP. Now, it does need 1 more energy if we go with that Grass DCE play, which is still okay. What we could do as well is like manually retreat to Seismitoad, start taking knockouts around, and then later on Scramble Switch from that Cradily to an Exploud. There's a bunch of things that we can do with the Scramble Switch that makes it interesting. Now, we do play 1 Special Charge to get back our DCEs that we might discard, 3 Trainers Mail, 3 Ultra Ball, 4 via Seeker. We really don't need Ultra Ball that much. It's more to discard like supporter cards and Pokemon that we don't need, because the only Pokemon we can really search out is going to be this Cradily. We can't search out anybody really, but you can Ultra Ball, discard Lileep. You can discard like supporter cards that you want to via Seeker for later, which is fantastic. Now, of course, play 4 via Seekers, 1 Lysandre, 4 N, and 3 Juniper. That's just pretty simple, nothing too crazy. I guess you could play Course, but you're really not going to have that full of a bench. You could maybe play like a Course, like the only one, or maybe AZ or Olympia, like I said. But I mean, the deck is really hard to put stuff in it, and I think trying to go for that turn with Lileep makes anything kind of difficult because you need the 4 Root Fossils. But yeah, I think it's fine regardless. But 3 Virbank City Gym, you need to make sure you hit those lasers with the Virbank City Gym to do the additional 30 damage, which could make or break a get matchup. And plus Silver Bangle, you do 30 more damage to an active Pokemon EX. So you can do a bonus of 60 with Virbank City Gym, Hypnotoxic Laser, and Silver Bangle. Like I said earlier, this could make the damage with Seismitoad fantastic if you get down 4, 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, if you get down 4 round attackers, you can take a knockout that way. Exploud as well. Round can do 150 plus a Virbank City Gym and a laser. Can do 150 to knock out a Pokemon. And of course, play 4 DC and 4 Grass Energy. We have to play Grass Energy for Lifesplosion, and that's what makes things interesting. You have to have a Grass Energy because you're obviously, you have to play at least some kind of Pokemon that needs a colorless attack or grass, because you have to play grass in this deck. Now, if Cradily's attack was like colorless, this could be totally different. We could play like other Pokemon, maybe like Emboar or Blastoise or something, make it a little bit more viable. But since we can't, we gotta go with what we had. I had a bunch of different cards I was going to use, like Butterfree or Beautifly. I was going to use like Sceptile. I was looking at all these different Pokemon. I was like, Round, that seems like a fantastic idea. So I went with the Round instead. I think it's a better choice for sure. But guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and let's see this deck in action. Alright, Spring is a big science playing a fighting, psychic, and a colors deck. And let's see, can we get that turn 1 Lileep or not? So heads, we've won the coin flip, which is fantastic. Yes, I would love to go first. And let's see what happens on to our turn. Alright, so we do not have it right now. Now, we do have Virbank City Gym and Hypnotoxic Laser. We could play that right now just to do that 30 damage, which could become a big deal later on. Or we could just get a new hand of 6, but we can also thin our deck out. Now, if we try to take an Ultra Ball, I'm definitely Ultra Ball discarding like the Lileep and Exploud just to get out another Dunsparce, but put Lileep in the discard pile is fantastic. So there's Zubat, okay. So we're just gonna end. I think we're just gonna end. Hold on to this hand, play a new hand, get a new hand of 6. Okay, there's an Ultra Ball. Okay, so can we get this now? If we Ultra Ball discard 1, 2, get a guy out. So yeah, I'm gonna Ultra Ball discard 1 and 2 to get out. Oh no! If we do this, we won't have any cards left in our hand. So yeah, we're gonna grab Dunsparce actually. Put down the Dunsparce, use the fossil. Let's see, what do we find? And, okay, there's one. So we'll get the Lileep down, which is fantastic. Put that down to the field, and right now we'll just pass on to our opponent's turn. Okay, so we got it, but no Grass Energy on the Lileep, alright? So into our opponent's turn. They're playing some kind of fighting deck, but they have Zubat in the active spot, which is fantastic, so they cannot retreat this guy. But Golbat and Crobat are scary cards. So we see Trainers Mail. Go look at the top cards of their deck, and let's see what do they find. There's an Ultra Ball, and let's see what kind of deck is it going to be. Now, I remember it was fighting, so hopefully it's like a Landorus deck, just so we can hit for weakness with Seismitoad. But if it's Lucario, we can't hit for weakness. Yep, so we gotta hope it's Landorus. Alright, so Ultra Ball, gonna discard 2 cards from hand. Let's see what do they get out. Remember, it is some kind of fighting deck. So discards a Zubat in a fighting stadium. Alright, that's interesting for sure. The other 4 cards must be very valuable. And there's a Landorus. Alright, so that's fantastic for us. We can get that side straight out. And but we had to put more energies on this Cradily before we even get it out. So Landorus come down and doesn't want to have wait to switch this Zubat. There is a Zubat free treat, but it looks like he's not using that one. Must be going down to Landorus, which is fantastic. And Halaluch coming down the field, and we'll see a Sycamore discard in the hand, drawing 7 new cards. Now opponent can knock out this Dunsparce to start. It only has 60 HP, and it's weak to fighting. So the 30 plus the 50, or plus the Hammerhead does 30, and the Muskman does 20 more damage, and it hits a bench Pokemon for 30, which I'm not too concerned about. He can't two-shard our Lileep, and yes, he just passes, which is fantastic. So there's a DC. I'm gonna put on this Lileep, and then I'm gonna end, giving both of us a new hand of 6. All right, there's a Hypnotoxic Laser and a Battle Compressor. Okay, so I'm going to Compressor just to discard stuff out of our deck. Like, we don't need these Lileeps anymore. No, Sideshow stay in the deck. Thank you, bud. All right, we have multiple Sideshows price, which is unfortunate, and we discard another Battle Compressor. That seems fine. So discard those 3. And I think right now we're just going to pass on to my opponent's turn. We just got to hope we don't top deck a Seismitoad. Like, we should probably be playing, like, Super Rod in this deck to show back Exploud and Seismitoads if we do draw into him. But can my opponent find a Golbat? If they can find a Golbat, they can put that down, give Golbat has free treats, so they can retreat to Landers and use that Hammerhead. But next turn we can search for 2 Seismitoads and an Exploud, which is what we want to do. So Ultra Ball, gonna discard 2 cards from hand, discards a double VS Seeker. Ooh, whew, double VS Seeker, that's not good at all. Now, what I'm kind of scared of is this Land's Judgment. Okay, so Golbat coming down, gonna put 20 damage, probably on the Lileep, most likely. That's where I would put the damage at, just so you can maybe snipe it and then hit 50, and the next turn you can knock it out because you can do 50 to it. The next turn you can snipe it again. So Golbat, let's see, where does this 20 damage go? Unless he has a Lysandre, then he could... No, he's going to put on the Dunsparce, actually, which I think is a huge misplay. He should definitely put on the Lileep, just in case we don't evolve next turn. But if we don't evolve next turn, I'll be so upset. So here goes Landers. We're going to see a Hammerhead do 50 and 30. There's a Karina. Gonna search deck for a item card and a fighting Pokemon. And let's see what fighting Pokemon do they get out. Is it going to be Lucario? Hopefully he displays Landorus. We can just take those out pretty easily and don't have to worry about those. So let's see, what does the Karina get from my opponent? Now we do have a Hypnotoxic Laser, so we can put the Landorus sleep and make it where it can't hurt us next turn, which is great. So there's a Lucario and a Muscle Band. So Lucario is not what we want to say because it's not weak to water like the Landorus is. Okay, so we'll see a Lucario coming down. Most strong energy going to it. Okay, that's not good. Zubat coming down as well, and we will see a Hammerhead do 50 to the active times 2, 100. And where does that 30 damage go from the snipe? And gonna put on that bench Dunsparce. Okay, so next turn he could potentially win this game if he gets like Crobat, Golbat. He can win the game next turn if we don't get a Pokemon. But there's a Grass Energy, fantastic. So what I'm gonna do? Well, we gotta change them first. Oh, we gotta find. That's not what we want to see. So press done. We will Grass Energy, Virbank, Laser, and then we'll play a Juniper, discard our hand, draw 7 cards, and he does not stay asleep. Alright, so Juniper, discard your hand, draw 7 new cards, and we do not find anybody. Alright, so we'll press done. Wow, that is unfortunate because he could win the game next turn if he finds some Pokemon. Oh man, this is so scary. So under our opponent's turn, he can do 30 to this guy, 20 to this guy, and then Hammerhead for a knockout. Oh man, so there's a Fighting Stadium coming down, bumping that Virbank City Gym, but does he have a bad hand? That could be a possibility as well. Hopefully, okay, so strong energy on that guy. Okay. And what else? Okay, just a Hammerhead. We survived. Okay, so 130 to this guy. Okay, so we're going to send the Lileep. Of course, Poison kicks in. And onto our turn, we have to find... okay, there's a Scramble Switch. We do not want to play that. Okay, so we are going to put a DC on the active. I know we're using another DCE. And we are going to end. We have to end. We have to find a Cradily. Because if we do not, we are going to lose this game. And there's a Cradily. There we go. All right. And we have Trainers Mail. So now... we can put down Cradily. Oh man, we can get down 2, 4, 5 Pokemon. Lifesplosion, gonna get out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my goodness, round is fixing to go crazy. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh man. Now if he doesn't knock us out next turn, we could Scramble Switch into an Exploud and use round for so much damage. Like, that would be insane. Like, that is so much damage. Now the only scary thing is Lucario could knock us out the following turn, but we could put a DC on the Exploud. So if he doesn't knock us out this turn, I'm definitely going to try to Scramble Switch into Exploud. We know it's in the deck, and put a DC on Exploud so we can knock out his Lucario the following turn as well. Okay, so let's see. This might work, guys. We just might take a game with Cradily, Exploud, Seismitoad deck. Oh my goodness. I never thought this day would come, but maybe it will. Maybe it will, but we have to find a Scramble Switch next turn. There's 21 cards left in our deck. We know it's in there. We have a Trainers Mail in hand. We have one more left in the deck. And let's see what's going to happen, guys. Now, what we could do as well is just retreat the Cradily into the Seismitoad and then attack that way. But I'm scared of, like, Hammerhead kind of stuff. Maybe 5, 10, 50, 20. Actually, we do 250 right now with Seismitoad because there's 5 rounds Pokemon in play, which is fantastic. So see in, we can Hypno, Virbank, DCE. So we could, like I said, just attack with Seismitoad. That could knock out a Lucario for sure. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, what am I talking about? Seismitoad can easily... No, Seismitoad doesn't do 50, it does 30. Yep, it does 30 times. Alright, so maybe Seismitoad's not such a good thing. Alright, so we'll figure out. Don't worry, guys. We got this. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Now, we could do 150 plus a Virbank City Gym and Laser to knock out Lucario. Or we can just still go by my idea of like Scramble Switching and then Exploud taking a ton of damage to do knock us that way. So on to our turn. What do we find? We found a Hypnotoxic Laser. Alright, if only we had a if only we had, what is it? A Scramble Switch right now? So I'm gonna put a DC on this guy. And I'm gonna play it in. Alright, so I'm gonna in, giving us a both new hand. We'll get 6, he gets 4. And I think this is better for sure. I think I want to say we can just discard the DC send this guy. He has 40 HP left. There's a laser and Silver Bangle. He can't knock us out next turn really, so I'm just gonna retreat the DCE, send to this guy. So yeah, we'll discard the DCE, press done. And we will round 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So 300 damage coming down to this Landorus EX. Alright, so 300 damage. And we'll go down to 4 prize cards. So 1 and 2. We get a Seismitoad and a Trainers Mail. Alright. So onto our opponent's turn. Can he take a knockout? Probably, right? Maybe? I don't know. He has to do 140 damage. Which right now that Lucario has 2 strong energies on it. Which is very, very scary. I'm not going to lie to you. But hey, maybe we got this, guys. Can we take the game? Now, if he takes a knockout, I'm definitely going to try to do our hardest to find. Okay, so Crobat now. Put a 30 on this guy. Alright, so 5, 10, 15. Okay. I don't think he can knock out Seismitoad this turn. That'd be crazy. Super Scoop Up. Tails not going to pick up anybody. And can he find another energy to knock out our Seismitoad? So a fighting energy on that guy. We will see a somersault kick for the knockout. Alright, so Shaman coming down. Going to set up for 6 new cards, which is great for us. We need another way to knock out a Pokemon. So going to put a bunch of Pokemon in his hand. 3, 6, 9, 12. Alright, now we have 2 options this turn. Super Scoop Up. Heads, okay. Pick the Crobat back into his hand. Our 2 options, either sit in Seismitoad, dig for a DCE, take a knockout on Lucario with Virbank City Gym Laser, which doesn't sound like a bad idea at all. But right now, we're just using in. Alright, so we see Go Back coming down. Going to put 20 damage onto the Seismitoad, okay. Or do we dig for a Scramble Switch? We know it's in the deck. If we can find a Scramble Switch and power up an Exploud, then power up another Exploud, that's probably the best way to go. So we see Lucario coming up, okay. What do we do? Alright, so see 160 damage coming down. I think our plan is to steal send in this guy. He has 40 HP left, so he can do 30, 20. But if we find a DC, we can knock out this Lucario, right? Because 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yeah, I'm going to set aside Stone. I think that's a better play for sure. So onto our turn, we get a Silver Bangle. So Silver Bangle, Trainers Mail. And That's not good. All right, so grab okay, we'll grab that card. Special charge to put 2 DCs back into our deck. We'll put it down to Virbank City Gym, play a Hypnotoxic Laser. It's obviously looking for a Juniper. Alright, but can we find a DC in the deck or not? So heads, that Lucario will go to sleep, and we will use this guy for sure, just to play it. Alright, so there's 2 DCs right there. Can we get there? We're going to go down to 4 cards. Alright, so let's see, what do we find? And oh, there's not one. Alright, so there's not one right there. Okay. So unfortunately, we'll have to pass. Alright, so pass. Lucario will take 30 damage, and maybe he doesn't wake up. Alright, so he does not wake up, which is fantastic. Alright, so that point is turn. They're going to draw a card. Alright, can we do this, guys? How many lasers have we played? We played 2 lasers. There's 2 Virbanks, and the discard pile and 1 to play. That is not good. Oh, man. But we could Lysandre knock out the Shaman for the last 2 prize cards. Yeah, we could do that, okay, but can he find a way to retreat this Lucario? Alright, he does play Super Scoop Up, we know that. Now, if he Super Scoop Ups, he cannot take a knockout this turn, unless he, like, Crobat, Golbats, and then Missile Jabs. So, Karina, gonna search deck for a fighting Pokemon and an item card, and let's see, what does he get? Like I said, he could grab Super Scoop Up right now. So, Landers and a Super Scoop Up. Alright, is this gonna be heads or not? That's gonna be the big question. Hopefully, it is tails. Let's see the flip of the century. Will this Lucario be picked up and go back into my opponent's hand? Here we go, guys. Money time, and it's whoo! All right, that's great news. That is fantastic. Okay, so tails, we're good to go. If we find a DC, we can knock out this Lucario next turn. And there's a fight engine going to Lucario. Okay, and just 30 damage, which is great for us. All right, and heads, he does wake up. But on to our turn, what do we get? There's an Ultra Ball. So I'm going to Ultra Ball, discard the Seismitoad and Cradily. And we are just going to get a Cradily, put that down. Alright, so we have 3 DCs with what? 14 cards left in our deck. Yeah, 14 left in our deck. So we're going to Juniper, discard our hand, draw 7 cards. And let's see, and there's a DC and a Grass Energy, so we'll put a DC on this guy, and we will round for the knockout. And there we go, guys. Alright, if we find a Scramble Switch next turn, we can use Exploud, take a knockout for 230 damage. So Silver Bangle and a Seismitoad coming down into our hand. Now Scramble Switch is in our deck, which is fantastic. Alright, so hopefully he doesn't knock out both these guys. If he does, we lose the game. Now, if he doesn't promote the Lucario, we could just 3, 6, 9, 12. We could just Lysandre Shaman, take the knockout that way. But I really want to Scramble Switch into an Exploud and take a knockout that way. That seems like an amazing play. So stronger to go to that guy. So he will take a knockout this turn. Yeah, because he only do 50 early, but now, of course, there's match, he can do 80. There's a Miltank coming down. He could have used Miltank if you find a Crobat, but it does not look like he has a Crobat. And here comes Lucario, guys. All right, can we find the Scramble Switch or not? That's going to be the big question. Right now, we're doing 150, plus Silver goes 180 damage, which is exact numbers to knock out the Lucario. So we're going to send up the Cradily, and we're going to Juniper, and if we whiff, that's impossible because we know it's in the deck. So send up Cradily. On to our turn. What do we get? We get a Juniper. So we'll Trainers Mail. I mean, I know it's in the deck. And there is the Scramble Switch just staring at us. So grab the Scramble Switch. We'll play that card. We'll switch into the choose a Pokemon to be your active Pokemon. We'll send in the Exploud. And let's move in this guy and this guy. Put a DC on the active, play it 5, 10, 15, plus Silver Bangle, play a Juniper, digging for a laser as well. Let's do maximum damage, and there's a Hypnotoxic Laser, so we'll play this, and we will use that round attack to take the game against this fighting Lucario. Crazy decks around, we'll do 5, 10, 15, 180, so 210 damage coming down to the Lucario. And guys, there we go. There's the Cradily Exploud Seismitoad deck, and man, I was a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw Cradily win Fan Friday, I was like, oh man, how am I going to make this deck work? But hey, we did it, guys. We made Seismitoad Exploud. Oh my goodness. Hey, but we did it, guys. But hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Fan Friday. Maybe Cradily's like best deck in Expanded. It's not, though. I promise it's not. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great Friday. Hit that subscribe button. Alrighty. Bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.